The Department of Veterans Affairs proposed changes are a scam. The VA is proposing to wipe tinnitus off the map as a standalone disability. They, VA doctors, VA politicians, lobbyists, people that can save money and get big bonuses, they're the ones that are saying that it can no longer be a standalone disability. It's not real doctors that don't have any skin in the game. I mean, tinnitus has been around for, 50 years, 100 years, since 1600 BC. Real doctors have medical literature and they've written papers, and this horrible disability hasn't changed at all. The VA wants to change this so they could save money. This is not the opinion of actual doctors. This is the opinion of VA employees that are motivated to save millions of dollars per year by not paying us. I'll break it down for you like I did for one of my boot camp members. If you're not in my boot camp, get in there, combatcraig.com. Tinnitus is the #1 rated disability. Even with the resistance from the VA, it's still the #1 rated disability, and there's still probably 50% of all veterans out there that just don't even want to dick around with filing the claim because the VA is such a pain in the ass to work with. The VA is saying that the purpose of these changes is to update medical terminology and incorporate medical advances. I've had tinnitus since 1991. I don't have hearing loss, Meniere's disease, traumatic brain injury, or cerebral atherosclerosis. That's how you say it. I've been living with this disability for 31 years, and for me, it's a standalone disability because I don't have any of those other things that are in this proposed change. They are proposing to remove tinnitus as a standalone disability, and they're going to be deleting diagnostic code 6260. They're just going to wipe it off the face of the earth. They're proposing to rate it under diagnostic code 6100, 6204, 6205, 8045 or 9305, depending on what it is an underlying symptom of. It's not an underlying symptom. It's a standalone disability. But we have the real medical world and then the VA medical world that doesn't want to pay. And they're motivated by saving money. So it's a scam. And it's complete bullshit. There's a second part to this scam, though. And the VA is saying that they're not going to touch veterans that have a current rating for diagnostic code 6260, which is the standalone rating code for tinnitus. So let's see how this plays out here. So let's say that old Combat Craig's not 100% permanent total, and I'm at 80 or 90, and I file for an increase on one of my disabilities, like what you guys are doing, right? By filing that claim, I open up all of my disabilities for reevaluation. They go in there and look and go, this is my claims file. Oh, looks like old Combat Craig, that asshole on YouTube, looks like he's got one of these old 6260 ratings for tinnitus, and he doesn't have hearing loss, Meniere's disease, TBI, that other thing I couldn't pronounce. He needs to be updated, so we need to reflect his new rating as no more tinnitus. If a standalone diagnosis for tinnitus doesn't exist anymore and the rating criteria changes, they can change your rating under this new proposal. Regardless of what they say they're going to do, they can do it. They can legally remove my tinnitus rating because my diagnostic code is out of date, and they can yank my rating for tinnitus. Just like that, I guarantee you they're going to do it. Not only are they going to make it harder to get a tinnitus rating, they're going to go after unsuspecting veterans when they file increases and remove their tinnitus ratings. #1 rated condition, #1 thing they could save money on. The VA saves money and the VA is happy. The VA is not your friend and they do not care about you. The VA certainly doesn't care about your old tinnitus rating if this thing goes through. So what can we do here? We need to put pressure on the VA and Congress. Congress can stop this. We need to go to our congressmen and tell them this is bullshit. They know it's bullshit. They know the VA does bullshit stuff all the time. Let's just go back to last year when they just wiped the DBQs away and we couldn't use them anymore. And then Congress is like, yeah, I don't think so. Why don't you put that shit back up on your website? And they had to do it. So Congress can stop this. The VA is removing the #1 rated disability because they could save money. This is not about modernizing the rating schedule and updating medical terminology. This is about scamming veterans